right, today we are going to talk about the Nitecore NU25 headlamp. So first of all, I'm Adam with Bearded Goat Gear, and I'm going to tell you more about the details on this nifty little headlamp that I picked up to sadly replace one that I lost 3 weeks after getting, but that's a whole nother story. So let's get into the details. Now, first of all, yay or nay from us? For me, it's a strong yes. Really looking forward to using this more, which I'll talk more about here in a minute. But overall, really like it for a wide variety of reasons. One of them being it is very light. All right, we're going to touch on this again, but this is less than 1 ounce. It's 0.99 ounces. And I really do like the wide head strap. So just to put it on and show you, it's got the cinch, pull to cinch and back, but for me, it's nice. It's almost the full width of the product itself, but I like that. For me, it makes it much more comfortable to wear. And then there's also the rechargeable battery. So in there, you've got the little rubberized cover, so you can plug in. So no more swapping out batteries, when you're like, well, I'm not sure. I think I used it this amount of time, or just praying that it doesn't die. And if you're going to take a trip, you can just fully charge it up on the way via the USB adapter, which is something else I like. It comes with the charging cable, not too surprising there, but also a little wall charger to plug into, which is kind of nice. Now, the things that I'm not so hot on, it took a little bit to figure out the buttons, but this is a minor gripe. It's just because everyone does it slightly differently. You've got 2 different buttons up top here, which you can see. And with these, you've got power for the white lights and you've got the red lights as well. Now, there's some combinations and some things you can do. I'm not going to go into the super details on this. You can check that out. But what I do want to talk about is the one, if you have it on and it's on for more than 3 seconds, pressing any button will turn it off. I can see where that might be handy in the sense that you just want to quickly be able to turn off your headlamp. For me, though, I enjoy or I want sometimes to cycle through where maybe I need a bright light temporarily for a minute or two, but then I want to cycle it back down instead of just shutting it off. So I think could have been a different way to do this, but again, not that big of a deal. Maybe you have to press a button a couple of more times. So how did I use or test this? Well, I took this out on a couple of runs so far, and really that's about it so far. It's been really easy to use, taking it out on dark mornings, 5:30, 6 a.m. for a run, and it was raining on one of the runs, had 0 issues, just tossed on a trucker kind of running hat and put this back on and kept it out of my eyes, and it really worked great. So I loved it. The variable brightness, try to get this away from there, is really nice. I enjoyed having that, and it really worked well. The angle adjustment is also really good. I can't see while I'm doing this, but right, you can go straight ahead. You can have it angled highly down and in between. So really liking that as well. And then I'll be taking this on an overnighter backpacking trip here in about a week and a half. So we'll see how it goes there, but can't imagine having any problems. And it's really nice to have the lightweight headlamp. So when using this, like I said, I haven't really had any issues. Just sitting around playing with it, getting used to what the buttons do, how to turn on the full power mode or whatever I believe they call it, like super mode or something like that. And again, that, if you turn this on and let's say we've got it, it's going, and then we're just going to let it sit here for a couple of minutes so I can show you, or a couple seconds, that if now, let's say I want to go switch to another level and I press it, it just turns it off. For me, just seems, again, a little odd, but I don't think that that's a real issue, and I don't really see any potential issues with using this. It is super lightweight, like I said, just less than 1 ounce, and I guess if you really wanted to, I'm not worried about it, but I think some people have replaced this strap. You could use a thin cord, and that would be, something you could do. So having the variable light is really nice. It's also got the red light. All right, so we've got different levels, and then you've got the strobe as well. Something that I think is really neat, and let's see if I can show this, is if you hold down the red light, you can get, there you go. So you can see what the battery level is at. So I forget the exact levels. I've got the paper in front of me, but I'm not going to bore you with that. But basically the number of times that it flashes tells you how much charge is left in the battery. So that's nice too. If you're going to take this out, you can hold that down real quick and know, hey, am I, above 50%? Am I less? Am I about to die? That way you'll know if you need to charge it up or not. So overall, I definitely think it was good value. It was $36.95 at the time I bought it from Amazon. Definitely think it's worth the price. It's something, a good piece of gear like this, I'll end up keeping it, assuming I don't lose it like the last one. End up having that for quite a long time, assuming that the battery stays as well. Now, I haven't used this extended periods of time, and like any headlamp, I'm sure that it's not going to last exactly as long as they say. I did do a quick scan of reviews on Amazon and forums and different places, and didn't see any major complaints. I have seen some where somebody said, hey, I had it on high, and they say it lasts for, I think, 5 hours on a high setting, but after 4, I noticed that it changed. For me, that's really not a big deal. I'm not going to be using it on the super high setting all the time, or probably even high. And for most of the time, I'll be using it for running, using it for the occasional backpacking trip where I will also have a battery backup with me so I can recharge it. So I'm not really thinking that that's going to be a problem, but something to think about if you need a really long lasting headlamp, that you may want to be paying attention to that when you get it. So overall, for me, it's definitely 2 thumbs up. It's been great. I'm really looking forward to using this more for running, some fast packing, and then trying it out for backpacking. Like I said, it's sealed, so having this in rain and water shouldn't be an issue. I think if you're looking for a lightweight, kind of small footprint headlamp with decent battery, that's going to do it for you. So hopefully this helps. If you're interested, I highly suggest picking one of these up. Looking forward to using it more, tossing it in my bag now for hopefully a couple more years, and getting out and using it some more. So thanks for watching. Be sure to find out more about trail running and backpacking gear by subscribing or visiting beardedgoatgear.com.